Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of In the Driver's Seat with dubizzle. In this episode, we're going to talk about the new car launches in the market like we're used to. We're also going to talk about something very exciting about Audi and F1. And we're not going to talk about Volvos because we have a new guest here today. Tareq Ismail, welcome to In the Driver's Seat with dubizzle.
Thank you very much, Fouad. I'm excited to be with you today.
So we're going to start now with the new car launches in the market, and we're going to start with the first car with Tareq.
The first car, actually, it's very exciting because they have done a completely change in the exterior and the interior design, which is the BMW X2.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the second generation. The first generation came in 2018, which was the F39.
Correct.
And imagine how many cars they sold within the US and Europe. They sold 235,000 cars.
That's not bad at all. It's a very high number for a crossover of BMW. It's mid SUV, I think, not crossover. Yeah.
I would say yes, it's a mid SUV compared to the Audi Q3 and the Benz GLB.
Correct.
However, I mean the BMW X2 when it came in 2018, you can see that they didn't do much in the interior design of the car. Yes, they did a decent job in the exterior design. However, the interior, they kept the same DNA of the BMW. There was no digital speedometer. And the iDrive was the same, we know.
Because it was the introductory, I think, to the SUVs of BMW. That it and the X1 as well. These were the introductory. If you don't want to don't have the money to buy an X3 or an X6 or an X5 or an X7 for that matter, that's where you start. It's so to fall in love with the BMW. I'm happy, by the way, I have a BMW fellow fan today with me.
I mean, it is definitely a nice car, and then they are coming with the second generation, which will start sales in March 2024.
Beautiful.
Which is going to be the U10.
Okay.
And it's the first time for BMW, by the way, to start using the code U.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Yes, I mean, it's the first time for me to see a U for a code of BMW, and it's going to come with 3 engines.
Okay.
Which is the 20. The 30 and the M40 as well.
Oh, before it was M35.
It was M35. It will
Correct.
come an M40, higher horsepower. It's an X-Drive.
Okay.
So, I mean, the driving experience and the power is fully distributed on the
4 wheels.
4 wheels,
yeah,
100%.
X-Drive.
And I do believe that they're going to do the X2 M competition.
Oh.
It's not announced yet. But I feel that
they might, because they did the X4 as well, and nobody expected them to do the X4. So then going to the
X4 M competition and the X3 M competition.
Correct, the X3 as well. The X3 as well. They're going a lot into the driving world because people I think why people do an M car or a car that's super fast like RS3 in Audi or RS6 is to advertise the normal car, because how people buy a car is they love the competition car of that model, the race car of it. And then they buy the normal car if they can't afford that, which is a very smart concept, and that's been working since forever, right? I think the second car is a very exciting car, Tareq.
Fouad, don't forget, we didn't talk about the design of the X2.
Oh, yeah, correct.
If you see the car, it looks like a mini X4.
Really? So it's a totally different.
It's a completely different design.
Okay.
Looks very smooth. Cool. I mean, it's the design from the back. The LED lights looks very attractive on the road.
Cool.
And the front as well. They are keeping the DNA with the new bigger kidney grille.
Okay.
And they are doing the same LED lights which came on the new X6 and the X5.
So it's a fully new design. You're not gonna know it, guys. It's not even a facelift only.
It is a fully new design, plus the new interior as well. I mean, with the full ambient lighting, the full screen on the dashboard. So the interior as well is
it's definitely gonna cost a little bit more. I don't think they released the pricing yet, but it's definitely gonna cost a little bit more than the old X2.
It's not announced. I mean, the previous X2 it used to start from 130,000 dirhams.
Okay.
I do believe that this car, the starting price will be from around 200 and
at least 200. Yeah, I have a feeling from the design that they have.
M kit too. I mean, you're gonna get an M kit with
you always get your value for the money with BMWs though. That's the good thing about BMWs.
100%, and I mean the best thing that you get as well, the 5 years service and 5 years warranty. Correct. Also, which is a peace of mind. I mean, if you drive the car in the UAE, it's completely peace of mind. It covers almost everything, so it's a nice car, new technology.
See you guys, BMWs. The second car is a very exciting car actually. So Cadillac and GM, they thought we want to take a couple of customers that belong to Rolls-Royce and Bentley. So they're targeting these customers with a new car that they're launching with a zero emissions car as well. So it's a fully electric car, and they're calling it the Cadillac Celestiq. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correct, but that's what I read. The car is one of the bespoke in Cadillac. They're doing a super luxury SUV that has everything inside it. Like it looks like a spaceship, the car. And the starting price of the car, Tariq, is at 340,000 US dollars, which is equal to 1.25 million dirhams.
Wow.
This is the starting price. This is without options. Obviously, it's Cadillac without options. So it's not like it's not going to have anything. It's going to have a plenty. But this is how it's going to start, which is crazy. If you think the market, they're targeting actually Rolls-Royce and Cadillac and Bentley's customers, which is crazy.
I mean, Cadillac did a great job when you look at the older Cadillac Escalade and the
Correct.
new one.
Oof,
They did a
definitely.
great job, and even the pricing of the car by itself in the UAE, it was increased by 200,000 dirhams.
Correct.
And you can see that there is a very high demand on the vehicle. I mean, people have the power and to spend money in the new Cadillac
Yeah,
Escalade because of the
100%.
new design. So I think Cadillac did a very good job in the last 2 or 3 years when
Correct.
it comes to the new designs, when it comes to uplifting their models, the engine, the luxurious, and the size even of the vehicle. I
Correct,
mean, if you look at the new Escalade, the size of the car is much bigger than the older one.
Correct.
Which give actually the confidence to Cadillac
To go to something
to
like
go to
this.
something for $340,000. I mean,
Yeah, this is a big jump. This is not anyone can just go like and say, you know, I want to make a car to compete with the Rolls-Royce and Bentley. This is, you're talking about two monsters in the car world that's been there forever, you know, like it's Rolls-Royce and Bentley, guys.
not-
So
it's
it's
not
Cadillac going to target their customers. It's like, what are they going to reply with, right? Like expect some new Rolls-Royce that does, I don't know. It's actually very interesting though.
It is definitely not a joke, but I mean they have the confidence to do it.
Yeah, they do.
Because of the last Cadillac Escalade, and even if you can see that there are other models as well. If you look at the Honky,
Yeah.
a car which is copy paste of the Cullinan, right?
Yeah, true.
It sells around $150,000.
Man, that's very bold of the Chinese to do it as well, you know, with the technology that they're putting in that car and everything. And the car looks very luxurious, man. It has to, you know. It's selling for $150,000 and people are buying it. This is what's crazy is people are going and spending actually $150,000 US dollars on a Chinese car that looks like a Rolls-Royce. That's how much it's beautiful, you know. So that's very good. I think there's a third car launch that we're going to talk about, Tariq, with you.
We all know, I mean, the electric cars have been coming aggressively into the
Definitely.
not only the Middle East, but into the
whole
over
world, yeah.
You know, I mean, everyone wants to save fuel consumption. Everyone wants to save some cost on maintenance.
And zero emissions as well, so which is
100%.
very good for the environment.
The car comes with 8 years warranty. Majority of the cars in the market, Porsche, BMW, Benz,
Audis,
and Tesla
yeah.
as well, and Audis, it comes with 8 years battery warranty, which is a peace of mind. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
You don't have a petrol car which gives 8 years warranty on the engine, right?
True.
I mean, so it's a peace of mind for everyone.
Yeah.
The Tesla Model Y, it was launched in 2022.
Correct. 2 years ago.
I
only.
mean,
Actually, 1.5 years ago.
I mean, Tesla was one of the highest valuation in the car brands in the world, and
Correct.
they do 3 actually batteries from the Model Y, which is the standard rear-wheel drive.
Correct.
It gives range around 480 kilometers, and then they have the long range, which is dual motor. It's
Dual motor, four-wheel drive, yeah, all-wheel
all-wheel drive, more power and more range as well. It gives 535 battery range, and the horsepower is higher.
Okay.
And the highest trim, which is the performance.
The performance, yeah, correct.
So the performance, I mean, comes also with a higher horsepower, less range, but more power.
I think it's the same engine, same batteries as the long range, but they directed that more towards performance to have that, which is very good actually. We're smart. If you want the long range, you choose the long range. If you prefer performance over range, that's what you have as well. So
they did an excellent job when it comes, I mean, to the size inside the car. When it comes to the battery range, the warranty, the technology even in the car. I mean,
course,
the technology is unbelievable. I mean, you control the car from the key. You can get a new feature through a software update.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine,
you're updating your car, literally updating your car.
I mean, you don't have a blind spot in your car. I mean, if you want a blind spot and you want a head-up display, then you start looking for a newer car.
Yeah, correct.
Imagine that a blind spot comes with a software update.
That's great.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
something
unbelievable. I do believe that when they did the design of the Model Y, they didn't focus a lot in the design more than the technology itself, and giving a peace of mind to the end user, and it was very successful, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, but I mean, when we look at the competition, the Benz EQC,
Correct.
the BMW iX, I mean, they did a very good design.
They did.
So
Designs are more beautiful. It looks more beautiful than that.
They did a very good design. They did a very nice car, interior and exterior. Still an electric car.
Yeah.
You have the full ambient lighting inside the vehicle, and still you have the warranty. And don't forget something very important, that it give you the range as well.
Correct.
You get the range, which is the most important. So that's why Tesla decided to do a facelift for the Model Y. I do believe it's a very early facelift.
It is.
But it was
They're
much
only 2
needed.
years in the market, yeah.
Just came in 2020.
Nobody releases. I think it's the first car to release a facelift after 2 years only in the market.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens because of the you need to be, I mean, ahead of the competition.
Correct.
Right? I mean, so if it's required to do it after 1 year, you have to do it under 1 year. It
Correct.
is what it is. You know. So I mean,
It looks very aggressive, the new facelift of the car. It looks
new
different. It
facelift-
looks beautiful. It looks rigid
true.
body, you know?
It's. I mean, the design is more smooth. The front and rear design. The car, I do believe that the Model Y anyway have a decent interior size for the family, but the design is more smooth and more sporty
Correct.
compared to the competition.
Correct.
Yeah, so this car will be released in September 2024.
Okay.
It will still come with the 3 battery as well, which is
Yeah.
the standard,
3 sizes, standard,
the long range, and the performance.
performance, they're calling it as well. Not
I know
pla-
this discussion is not very interesting for you because you're not an electric.
Yeah, I
Go.
understand that the whole world is going towards electric, but you know, actually, I was watching a documentary yesterday, and it was talking about something new, which is very exciting for me. It's an ICE engine that Toyota made. Toyota and GAC, which is the Chinese jack,
Yeah.
which is owned mostly by Toyota, by the way.
Yeah.
And they have made an ammonia engine. So as you know, ammonia is nitrogen and 3 hydrogen, so NH3. And they have made an ammonia engine, like an engine that runs on ammonia, and it's 90% less carbon emissions. So this Toyota is saying that like they're trying different things to end EVs, or not end EVs, to go parallel in EVs, to let the ICE survive, which is something I love because I really don't want to, like, I don't mind driving it. I enjoy driving the Teslas, honestly. It's just bolts off. It's a very fast car. It's nice. It drives well.
I mean,
but it feels that it lacks that feeling of you know, like you're behind the engine and you press on that gas pedal and you hear it, man. I don't want it coming from the speakers. I want it coming from the exhaust. You know, like that's what I want.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, you're a car enthusiast as well, petrol head as well. You know,
I used to have a BMW competition and a 911
Exactly.
as well. So I mean, what is good about the Tesla, especially if you get a performance, it's a bullet. It's a bullet.
It is literally a bullet. Yeah, I think
It's very smooth on the road. I mean, you know, there is no any noise coming from anywhere of the car.
Yeah,
but I
true.
100% agree with you. What is missing and what Porsche actually did, I'm not sure. I mean, if Porsche owners do really enjoy, but what Porsche did in the Taycan,
Okay.
which there is a sound coming from the speakers of the car,
Yeah.
which gives you a bit of a feeling
Yeah.
that you're driving
a lot of them are doing right now. I
a
haven't.
petrol engine car. So I mean, I wish Elon Musk would watch this video and make
and insert some
exhaust,
speakers into the
yeah.
car. Let us
that it has an
let's hear
exhaust,
some what's going on.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
All right, so I think moving on from car knowledge, we're gonna do Spot It on dubizzle. And for me, I spotted a very special car. It was sold within a couple of days because we had it in dubizzle cars, and the car is a Ford Mustang Mach 1 2021, and we had it entirely. The car was sold within 2-3 days, and it's not cheap. The car is a 2021 Ford Mustang Mach 1. It produces 470 horsepower, and you know what's special about the Mach 1 is the vinyl that you have in the engine, and with the shark as well in the grill of the car. They call them the shark openings. It's and the spoiler in the back and the suspension of the car. It comes with a B&O surround system. It's a beautiful car. It's priced at 235,000 dirhams. I think it sold within 2 days, which is crazy, you know, because it's a rare car and there's still a couple going on in dubizzle. But that's what I spotted. It was a gray, beautiful gray color.
This Mach 1, it stands out.
It does.
When I've
It's a beautiful
seen
one.
the car in our dubizzle hub, the car looks very special.
Yeah, and it has an exhaust system as well. That's crazy, man. It's like you don't need to tune that exhaust in that car. It's already
Exterior-
super loud.
Interior design. I mean, you just want to sit and keep looking on this car.
Correct.
you know what I
It's
mean?
beautiful.
And that's the reason the car was sold within 48 hours for 235,000, 2021 model year.
Yeah, correct.
It's
It's not a cheap Mustang, and not a lot of people. There's a lot of cars you can buy in that range. What did you find?
I can say it is the best SUV currently in the market.
Okay. Excited.
Some people will agree, some people will disagree as well, which is
Let us know in the comments. What do you think?
the BMW XM.
All right. I love that there's another BMW fan, guys. The whole episode is gonna be BMWs today. so deal with it.
It's something different.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it's something different, and I mean, it's a V8.
Yeah.
It comes with 645 horsepower.
From the 4.4 liters V8 as well, yeah. Beautiful.
I mean, if you look at the interior of this car and the light system they have done in the roof and the driving experience of the car, the light system on the grille from the front, and by the way, they just launched the red edition.
I've seen that
BMW
one.
XM.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Just last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this car just, I mean, I would say it's a piece of art.
Yeah.
Inside and outside.
Correct.
And in addition, that the car also comes with a 5-year service and warranty, so you also have a peace of mind.
Peace of mind as well with an extra performance car. I think that's why people love this BMW. It's one of the most selling cars in the market here and in the world, I think, as well.
Not in the world, but it is one of the highest demanded in the UAE.
Correct.
I agree with you. I mean, the driving experience. I mean, I own the BMW. I own the Porsche 911 as well. I would say BMW driving experience are completely different.
Is it? You're comparing with the Porsche, by the way? This is very high standard, guys. Huh?
I'm talking about, I mean, a driving experience. You need a daily drive car. I mean,
fair enough.
Don't get me wrong.
Fair enough, as a daily drive.
911 is an awesome car.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
it's an icon, you know? It's an icon from the moment this car was launched, it became an icon.
No doubt. But I mean, for me, it wasn't a daily drive car.
Correct.
Okay. But when I owned the BMW M2 competition, you get the comfort drive.
Yeah.
And you get the sports drive at the same time as well.
100%.
Okay, so I mean, every car has its own, let's say, DNA and own positives in it. So.
All right. So now we're gonna go to our last part of this episode, which is the testing our car knowledge. So me and Chris, we started something where they put obscure cars. Obviously, Chris is not here today, so I hope there isn't too many obscure cars, or else we're not gonna know anything. But since you're my guest, you can start. Pick a car, Tari, and let's see what you know about
I
it.
hope it's easy.
Let's see. Drum roll.
I know they're gonna be writing
All right.
a difficult question, something from
Zamboni.
from the 1852s.
1850, or 3 cars made of it in the world. Let's see what the...
Okay, McLaren Speedtail.
All right.
Okay. McLaren Speedtail, it's an electric McLaren. Okay.
Okay.
And the driver's seat is in the middle.
Correct.
Okay.
They made it the successor to the F1, which is where the driver was in the middle.
It has. I mean, there are 2 small seats on the right and on the left.
Correct.
If I'm not mistaken.
For the driver and
the price of this car is roughly around 15 million
dirhams.
AED. Yes.
Yeah.
From
It's the most expensive McLaren in the market, I think, unless you find the very rare F1 that's Mercedes AMG 1 Project 1. Oh my God. This car was launched. So Lewis Hamilton was the one who launched this car, actually, the Mercedes F1 driver, the Petronas driver. And they made this car with the same engine, the V6 from Lewis Hamilton's car. They put it in a car and they're trying to make it road legal. I don't know. I think it is road legal. And man, the car is crazy. It has the F1 car. It has the F1 technology of Lewis Hamilton's car. In a car, they called it Project 1 and now AMG 1. They launched the car. It's one of the fastest in the world.
So it's a Formula.
It's a Formula everyday drive. Okay. Formula road legal Formula 1 car.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
2013 Lamborghini Veneno.
Oh.
I mean...
2013. This is a very specific one.
I know that the car has an awesome design.
Yeah.
I mean, all the Lamborghinis.
All the Lamborghinis have an awesome design. Yeah.
I mean, it's collectors, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they didn't make a lot of this car, and it has a design, I think, of the Lamborghini signal in the front. Like the light was very small, like this in the front of the car. It also had a V12 engine, 6.0, if I'm not mistaken, and around 700 plus horsepower as well. So it's a very rare car to find on the road. I think I have seen one in Dubai though. I've seen one, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of months ago in Dubai, but it's one of the rarest cars to find. All right, what do we have now? BMW Z8 Alpina. You put a BMW, I'm gonna know it, guys. So whatever it is, I love BMWs. The Z8 was in the time, you remember when they put the Z3 and the old Z3 on the BMWs? Before the Z4, there was a Z3. It was a two-seater car, convertible,
100%.
beautiful car.
Yeah.
They launched the car back then.
This was the first generation.
Exactly, the first generation of the Z cars.
Yes.
They had the BMW Z8, and by the way, they're selling crazy. There's a couple of them in Dubai. They sell for 900,000 dirhams. It's a collector's car. It looks like, it totally doesn't look like a BMW. It has a very thin light in the back, like this.
LED lights. I mean,
exactly.
This is what I love about the car.
It is a collector's car, and it is a hard roof convertible.
True.
It's a beautiful car, man. It's a beautiful car. All right.
BMW 750 Touring, the BMW 7 Series from BMW. I mean, it's the most luxurious line in BMW, which competes with the S-Class.
S-Class and the Audi A8, exactly.
Have a very spacious size in the back. This is the 750, which is the V8 4.4 liter.
Yeah,
and
correct.
It generates 450 horsepower.
Oh.
The Touring, which is
the station wagon, yeah.
Not very popular in the Middle East.
It's the one I'm trying to sell, Chris. He loves station wagons, man.
It's not very popular in the Middle East, but it is practical though.
It is.
And it's popular in Europe.
It's definitely, yeah. Station wagons are very popular in Europe, actually.
I mean, if you're a skier or you're a golf, you used to play golf. I mean, you can put your stuff easily in the
car. And you don't have to get an SUV.
Yeah.
Let's see the last one. Okay, then I have to pick last one. 3-2. So let's see if we're gonna match it.
I lost anyway.
Oh, BMW E34 M5 Touring. Okay, there's a lot of BMW Touring today.
Yes, thank you.
The M5 is actually one of the. This is one of the rarest that they did the touring of it in the M5, and I think this was the 500 horsepower as well.
It's
the
a collector car.
It's a collector car, exactly. And it's a beautiful car because it was exciting because it was the first time they did a touring of the M5 in the E34, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Not 100% sure.
I'm not 100% sure as well, to be honest. But yeah, it's a beautiful car. V8 engine, if I'm not mistaken, not the V10. The V10 only came in the E60. And yeah, so it's a very nice car, touring car, but an M5 as well. I love it, man.
Beast.
It is a beast. It is definitely a beast.
Yeah.
Tareq, thank you very much for coming into this episode. I enjoyed it so much. There was so many BMW talk, guys. I know you got bored a little bit for non-BMW fans, but it was
we
was
talked
good
about
for me.
Tesla, though.
We did talk about a couple of things. We talked about Cadillac as well. We talked about Audi and F1. Thank you very much for watching this episode of In the Drive Seat with dubizzle. Stay tuned and let us know in the comments any car news you would like to know. Thank you.